Delayed though, remember?
Okay, that's fine.
We don't want to listen to us being delayed.
No, let's go
Okay.
live.
We are live.
No, we haven't clicked go live.
I thought this is what happened last time. Oh, I think it's been recording everything.
That's fine.
Up until that
That's
point.
fine.
Okay.
But we've got to figure out a faster way to do that.
We just had to hit go live.
Yeah.
Alright, so.
Let me just see where we are.
But we have a very
Here we
fascinating
go.
show.
Yeah, it's not very long. Today.
Okay, that's
It's
fine.
beautiful.
So, there's always, look, we already got people watching, so
Okay,
we better
cool.
get going. Alright, so yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't catch
Welcome
up.
to U3.
Yes.
What does U3 stand for, Pappy?
Unidentified, unexplained, undiscovered.
Although we've got a U3 unidentified, undiscovered, unexplained.
Yes.
Well, why don't you tell us which you prefer, ladies and gentlemen?
In what order you prefer
Yes,
it?
unidentified, undiscovered, unexplained, or
Oh, no, I think I like that way. Unidentified, undiscovered,
Undiscovered,
unexplained.
okay.
Because unidentified is always the first thing, like when you think
It's
of
true.
UFOs. Get a little closer, probably.
Is this close enough?
Yeah.
Yes, this is much better now. I like to see ourselves how we are.
But I gotta look at the text.
That's true.
So, first thing I wanted to talk
Yeah, what's our
about
first topic?
is this one right here.
I'll open
The
it up too. Why not?
8 mysterious new signals coming from deep space. So, they're called.
What do you know about that?
Well, I don't know about.
So, mysterious radio signals, deep space.
So here's the basic deal with radio signals. So ever since we discovered, how to transmit things on the radio, all the noise that happens from that is leaving the Earth at the speed of light,
Right.
traveling infinitely throughout the universe. So it could be that, say there's another species and say they have sound on their planet through radio waves.
Mm-hmm.
The sound could just be reaching us, but they could be thousands of billions of years away because it's only going at the speed of light. So if you're like 3 million light years away, it'll take 3 million years to get there. So that's what it could be, is noise from another place.
Wow.
So
Well, do we know what kind of noise? What
no,
kind of radio signals?
you can't. That's the thing, is like you'd have to be tuned into that frequency,
Right.
basically. Not like in a car, but in the sense of you'd have to be able to interpret their radio waves.
Mm-hmm. I was going to ask you something before we continue with that subject.
Yeah, please. Because I have a lot more to say about this still.
I'm going to go on Instagram Live. Shall I use my personal account or the U3 account?
U3 account.
Because we only have 49 followers. My other one's got 500 and something.
Oh, okay, then do the other one.
Yeah, you think
Can
so?
you at U3 when you post it?
Can I at
Like,
U3?
say going live with at U3.
How do I do that?
Go to, just put it as the text of your live video.
How do I go live?
I'm gonna keep talking to the audience while you figure it out.
Yeah, you do that. Sorry.
Oh wait, audience, real quick. We do have comments.
Yeah,
the
live
ability to
chat.
comment. If you know how to go live on Instagram, please tell us right now. We'll gladly give you a shout out.
Oh, here we go. My story.
All right. Well,
Oh, here we go. Live.
All right.
I figured it out. See, we can keep up with these young
Christ.
Thundercats.
is hipsters. People say I'm a hipster though, so what the fuck am I to say? However, so.
We are now live.
Yes.
We are streaming.
Good evening. Oh, yes, good evening. We are live on, show the YouTube. We are live on YouTube.
Our YouTube channel, U3.
U3,
Which stands for?
Unidentified, undiscovered, unexplained. But ladies and gentlemen, please listen to us right now. Like the other thing I was telling you about is, so the fast radio bursts, also called FRBs. I explained those to you already. So if you're watching on Instagram, I'm sorry, but it's radio waves that come off of Earth or any other planet, and we've been doing it since we had the ability to transmit radio waves. And it's
Could you tell our viewer what we are doing right now?
Yes. Hey there. So I'm talking about the fast radio burst. I'm gonna look at the computer.
What's the show called?
Hello. The show is U3, unidentified, undiscovered, unexplained.
And we are live on YouTube.
Live on YouTube at U3 Planet, Discord U3, number sign 7169. Please, if you want to chat and be live on the show, call us on Discord. We are capable of doing that right now. It took us a while to figure that out, but we are more than capable of doing that. So I talked about the fast radio burst, and then the other thing is they think it could be coming from the equivalent of a massive extragalactic light sail. So
what does that mean?
a light sail is what we want to put on future space craft, because there's a way to harness the energy from the light to create motion, like, or the energy from the heat, but something, from a star, you can create motion on that. And once you do that, you have energy, because like it's just it's going, because once you into space, like it takes more like power and energy to leave the planet than it does at any other point in the space travel, because they say like 80% or 60% of a rocket's fuel is used up within the first minute.
Wow.
So that's what I'm talking about. The solar sails, they could be used forever as long as you have light.
Amazing.
So they think that could be one of the reasons for. Hey, Sarah. That could be. Sarah's watching. Yeah. That could be one of the reasons.
She's coming soon.
I know, September.
September next week.
Next week. Well, we'll have to talk about that off the air. But they think that could be a cause of the noise. So that's all I have on the first talking point, unless you had anything else you wanted to talk about as far as...
I think you were quite detailed in your summary.
Oh, yeah. Here's the...
What's the second point? Second talking point.
Oh, the DARPA thing. So
slow.
DARPA stands for... What does it stand for?
You tell me, mate.
I'm looking it up. Ladies and gentlemen,
do his homework.
If you know it, I want to say Defense
naughty,
Advanced Research Production Agency.
Could you repeat that? What does DARPA stand for?
That's not what it stands for. But ladies and gentlemen,
well, do tell us
what DARPA stands for, or what I'm talking about.
What DARPA stands for.
Well, let's figure that out right now.
What is DARPA?
It is what the the Defense Advanced Research Project Agency, DARPA. What is that?
Well, what does DARPA do?
They it's a branch of the Defense Department that mostly is involved in like protecting us via the air, and it could be from either threats on Earth or extraterrestrial or like missile blast. It's a very like secretive like agency that works on
aliens.
Well, amongst other things, and just weapons, like various top secret weapons.
Very cool.
So in Kansas City the other week, there was some.
What day? Let's get specifics.
Well, it looks like it was posted by the National Weather Service in Kansas City on June 20th, 2019. You can find that on their Twitter account.
So 2 months ago.
Yeah, and I looked up like any of the Twitter images you sent me that were on these sites. I looked them up, and they're all legit. Like this is the verified Kansas City account, the DARPA one. So the funny thing is, DARPA also tweeted about it, and they said last night.
So what's this diagram here?
Don't show the computer.
Why?
Because I don't want any of our secret messages to get relayed.
What secret messages?
Like in the email, there might be like personal information.
Oh.
So, yes.
I mean, I don't see any personal info, but
Motherfucker, I must have you. So
Bishino.
What?
Okay, we actually
Rush Hour 2.
We actually have another definition for DARPA here.
Don't abuse really pretty androids.
Wow.
It's deep. Sounds like something a robot would say.
This guy, Richetto, is living in the year 3000.
Is he a buddy of yours?
He is.
Yeah. With a name like that, he's like, God, we live in the year 3000.
Bishino.
Bashinu.
Bishino. I'ma slap you. Bishino. I'ma slap you.
I don't know the last right.
Now you're speaking my language.
This man, Russell Peters, has nothing on you.
Wow.
You can do every English thing, every American thing.
Oh.
Actually, any language. Okay.
Let's get back to the
DARPA.
aliens.
So,
Yeah,
DARPA,
these aliens.
don't show. So,
Don't show.
the day before that, DARPA posted on their Twitter, last night DARPA launched 3 balloons from, Jesus Christ. Cumberland, Maryland, in a flight test from the adaptable lighter than air program. Over the next few days, ALTA will demonstrate capacity
You're talking too fast, mate. No one can hear you.
Basically, they made these balloons similar to like hot air balloons. Like they look like balloons, but they're very oval. They're not.
Who made balloons?
DARPA.
Right.
And they have to be made out of a very special material because otherwise they'd freeze or pop at that altitude, 75,000 feet.
Mm-hmm.
But the weird thing about this is these weather balloons would have to be so massive because you can't see anything at 75,000 feet. I mean, that's really high up. So these balloons would have to probably be conceivably the size of like a couple football fields, I would say, which is reasonable. They would need that much material because there's not much airflow at that altitude. The weird thing they were talking about, however, was the fact that according I was reading some of the Twitter comments, and again,
sorry, my battery is low.
I see. You'll have to.
I will plug us in, but yeah, sorry. Just finish your thought, and I'll go get the charger.
The jet stream should have sent it the other way, basically.
Wow.
It shouldn't have sent it from Maryland to Kansas. It should have sent it more like east to west because of the jet stream. Well, think about it. When you travel from the U.S. to England, it takes less time than when you come from England to the U.S. because the wind's blowing you, like when you go from west to east. Sometimes. I know. I'll
You keep talking.
Oh well.
While I go get the
Ain't no
charger.
problem, man. But while we're doing that, Coke
Charger.
Zero.
Coke Zero. I wonder if you can go on Instagram Live from the actual website.
Yes, you can, but we cannot go to ladies and gentlemen, you cannot go to Instagram Live and YouTube at the same time in the same respect. Am I correct?
Well, do you have a USB on this side, Peppy?
There should be one more, I think. Yeah. So. Oh, yeah. The Twitter comments said.
Hold your computer tight.
Yeah, the Twitter comments said it should have, in theory, been blown the other way. All right, I'm gonna go on to the next point.
Okay, we're charging.
Good. Did you want to talk about those things over Kansas City?
Oh yeah, we're back.
But talk to this audience as well. Let us not forget our initial audience on YouTube.
Hello to Night Moon 22.
Oh shit! You know that person or
no?
Oh, hello, Night Moon 22.
How do we wave? Can you wave? We can't wave.
We can wave like this.
Yeah. Good man. Alright, are we on to subject number 3?
Yeah. Well, no. Unless you have any more things to say.
About hot air balloon?
Not just that, but like,
Excuse me.
Was it a balloon or was it like something else? I think it's likely it was a balloon because like.
Let's just say this isn't the first time we've heard weather balloon.
Interesting, but.
When was the first time?
First time. I mean, every time I was like, it could be a balloon. But the thing is,
No. What was the first famous incident where the word weather balloon was mentioned?
Jaws.
Jaws.
I don't fucking know.
Roswell.
Oh yeah. Well, no,
Remember
but
they said it was a weather balloon.
Yes, but here's the thing: when there actually is a weather balloon or this like defense research balloon, when that actually does happen,
yes.
Now you can't believe it either. That's the problem.
I see the dilemma here.
So I mean I would believe it was not a weather balloon just as easily as I would believe it's a weather balloon because unless I were to investigate it for myself, I have no way of knowing.
All right.
You want to talk about this next point here?
All right. Might as well. Where are we?
I got the link open right there. It's this one's an older one though.
All right. So this headline is something huge seems to have happened around Area 51 over the weekend. This is dated August 12, 2019. This weekend's activity near Area 51 was described as unusual and is speculated to be a major test event. Major test event in speech marks. What do you call those quotations?
Quotations.
What do you think about that?
Well, if you read the article, it's really confusing because it's talking about.
Do you think that's their intention to confuse us?
No. The thing is, you go to this dude's Twitter. His name is
Brian Herbert.
Brian Herbert, and he's listed as former photojournalist as on CTV, and he's. I mean, like I don't know. He seems to have one of those programs where you can. Oh gosh, turn the volume off.
Sorry.
He seems to have one of those programs where you could listen to radio conversations. Like, people have those to listen to police frequencies, emergency frequencies. When you're on an airplane, you can tune into the cockpit frequency. So this guy seems to have one of those machines
Excuse me.
where you could be tuning into potentially a government frequency. But the thing is, they're all usually on private channels. But of course, I mean, this guy says in his thing that he's a hacker and he does ham radio. So I mean, clearly, if anyone's gonna know how to bust into this shit, it's him.
Right.
And I mean, I don't know anything about this guy. This could be a Russian troll. I'm just saying it because you made it seem like the only important thing about this is the headline, but like what this is actually about is very confusing.
Say hi to Aims to Please.
Aims to please. We aims to. I know things. Anyway, you have to like.
We got to give the full intro. Aims to Please. Welcome to U3.
Welcome to U3. Unidentified, undiscovered, unexplained. But the thing is, look at this.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get rid of these filters.
Jesus Christ, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no.
Fucking hell.
How do we get rid of these?
There's no filter there.
God.
We are live, motherfucker.
Are we still live?
We're live on everything. But that's the thing, is like, you gotta read this article to like remotely get what's going on.
So pretty. Oh.
But
cheers to Aims to Please.
Yes, I'll take a cold one. So yeah, there's flights that weren't
Coke Zero.
supposed to be flying over the area that flew over the area. That's basically it. But the thing is,
so there was some unauthorized flights.
Unauthorized flights.
Did anyone see what it was?
No. I mean, it was the middle of the night.
Wow.
And like, this guy is not like, what I can gather from his Twitter, he's not like in the military or anything. It's just he follows stuff like this. He's he could be similar to our friend Chris.
So is he a reliable source, would you say? Somewhat reliable?
I don't know. This guy's not verified, and I don't know what verified means on Twitter, but anyway. I would say, I mean, well, it's always tricky. Like, someone like this, there's no, like, photo of who the person is. They've, like...
We're on YouTube Live, by the way, guys, as well.
Yeah.
Check it out, U3.
I mean, I'm sure, like, it seems like he's got a lot of interesting information. That's the thing I would recommend.
Say hi to Robertnism 503.
Robertnism 503, thank you very much, and welcome to U3, Unidentified, Undiscovered, Unexplained. So we're just talking about this guy.
Say hi to Benja GG.
Hey, Benja GG.
Welcome to...
I already said, welcome to Unidentified, Undiscovered, Unexplained, U3.
U3.
Yeah, he seems to got some credible stuff. And I think he lives in the Las Vegas area, because he's always posting about that.
El Sapo.
Let's see. Do you want to talk about anything from that, or...
About Area 51?
Well, about the... Yeah.
About these mysterious tests?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know what evidence of the tests there are, but... It's just the flights. But... I don't know. It feels like...
What do you think is going on over there?
It could be transporting people from, like, other places, and they just don't want to... reveal who's... I mean, it's possible, like, even, like, government officials could be going there.
So just, like, night flights to try and keep, activity covered.
Well, when Chris worked there, he said there was only ever one flight to Area 51. It was every night.
Wow.
So, I like, that's the thing. It was, like...
So it was probably something like that?
Something like that, but...
But it was unscheduled.
It was unscheduled, but I'm just saying, like, it could also be... It's for someone's privacy. Like, I don't think Trump would have been on the plane, but, like, someone could have been on the plane. Like, someone,
Important.
Yeah, someone...
Or something important.
Someone or something.
Aliens.
But it is funny that, like, there's transports are there every single night. All right, I think we knocked that one. Oh, this one's...
This is a big one.
Well, it's never that big.
This is our title.
Yeah, if anyone ever has been on the internet before, in the last week, they would realize that Joe Rogan asked Bernie Sanders if he's elected president what he'll do about the aliens, and he asked this to every candidate, and Bernie said something like, "Oh, I'm not that curious. My wife's curious, though." And I'm like, what a weird guy.
What's she curious about?
Aliens.
Bernie Sanders' wife is curious about aliens.
Well, I mean, everyone's got their kink.
And what did Bernie Sanders say in response to that?
Yeah, sure, Joe. That's fine.
That's a great picture, actually. I'm going to show everyone that picture. That's a great picture.
Yeah. If you're not, if you're watching on YouTube, it's from the Joe Rogan podcast. It's Joe Rogan, picture of an alien in the center, and then Bernie smiling. But do you want to talk anything more about that? Because he's asked every.
Well, no. Let's delve deep into this. What did Bernie Sanders say?
He said, "Yeah."
He said, "Yeah."
He was like, "Yeah, sure, Joe."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "If I'm elected president."
I mean, I can't remember.
Yeah. Here we go. Let's put it up.
All right, I'll be on the show. We'll announce it on the show. How's that?
You got to give the whole convo, Pappy. You're just giving the end story. All right, I'll do it. You are incapacitated. So.
Only been holding this whole episode, ladies and gentlemen, introducing
So
everyone.
Rogan asked Bernie Sanders, "Is your wife a UFO nut?" Sanders explained, "She's just curious, just like us, right, Pappy? We are curious."
Curious little boys.
Oh yeah. So Bernie Sanders said, "She's not a UFO nut." I think that's a bit rude, isn't it, Pappy? UFO nut. It's a bit derogatory, isn't it?
UFO nut. I mean, that's probably got to smell pretty bad. A UFO nut.
So she goes, "Bernie, what's going on? Do you know? Do you have any access?" He said, "No, I don't. Honestly, I don't." And and Rogan said, "Well, you'll let us know though." And Sanders said he would make the announcement on Rogan's podcast if he ever gets the news. So basically, if he's ever elected president, he will disclose. Although I've heard these promises before.
Oh, you always do. Trump said the same thing.
And he said, "All right, I'll be on the show. We'll announce it on the show. How's that?" So it's good publicity. It's the elections are coming up next year. That's another, potentially a few 100,000 votes. I don't know, maybe
It is.
millions of votes.
But moving on, because I just read something interesting right here.
Just move your hand.
Move your fucking hand. It says, because he also had on Andrew Yang.
Man on the Brink 2, welcome.
Man on the Brink 2, welcome.
Welcome to
Youth. Jesus fucking Christ. U3. Oh, I'll answer your question in a second. U3 unidentified, undiscovered, unexplained. So, aims to please. What?
All right. How much aims to please?
Says, how much DMT was Bernie on when he said that? And the answer is, well, he wasn't on his own DMT. He was on the DMT of the taxpayers, so he was on everyone's DMT. There you go.
This is Morpheus right here next to me.
Whereas if he, was not about redistributing everything.
Hello, Man on the Brink 2.
Man on the Brink 2, hello. Did I say hello to him already?
You did, but he's saying hello in our little chat feed.
Oh, hello in our large forum feed.
U3, unidentified, undiscovered, unexplained.
Yes. But if I can...
It's all about the aliens.
I'm going to tell you this fucking point is Andrew Yang was on, and after the Facebook event page was made to storm the Area 51 thing, Andrew Yang said that he would... make public whatever has been hidden at Area 51 after that event was made.
Say hello to
Haslazim. Is this Haslazim? Welcome to U3 Unidentified, Undiscovered, Unexplained.
And we were just talking about Joe Rogan.
The people's DMT. Yes, sir. Which is everyone's DMT, so hand it over to Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, we're talking about Joe Rogan and Bernie Sanders. And Bernie Sanders said, pretty much, if elected president...
He'll reveal the aliens on Rogan's podcast.
On Rogan's podcast.
But also, how is he not going to say that as his final thing?
Of course.
He's going to say, "No, Joe.
No, Joe.
No, Joe. Maria can't do it." Bernie, I don't know why you're fucking on my podcast. You going to reveal the aliens? I guess not go Joe Rogan. How does he?
It's kind of in the right park.
Yeah, man. I was into martial arts as a kid. I grew up in Boston. No.
You gotta introduce yourself to Haslazim.
Yes, Hill and friend. Oh, Haslazim. My name is Anthony. Or as he likes to say, Antony.
Anthony.
Yes.
All right, what's the next point?
That's a good idea. Oh, no,
what's our next talking point?
No, I got something else to say about this. Not yet. It's about the fifth point, I got something to say.
Is this the fifth and final point for tonight's show?
Oh, no, but we're going to keep chatting, though. I got more things to talk about.
All right. So what's this headline?
Well, why don't I read you what headline and what it's about?
All right.
NASA receives response from a spacecraft 13 billion miles away. It's from our spacecraft because it's the Voyager 1. They had figured out a way how to get it to communicate with us on Earth remotely because they can still send out signals to it. It just takes a lot of years to get to it.
So Voyager 1 is 13 billion miles away.
Mm-hmm.
It's traveled 13 billion miles?
Since they launched it in the 60s or 70s. 80s. But here's the thing.
So it took 30 years to go...
13 billion miles.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, unless you can travel the speed of light, you can't even hope to get anywhere.
13 billion miles is pretty far.
Over the course of almost 40 years, though.
But you would have to make like a spaceship that can house humans for 30 years.
Yeah, and like that, obviously,
and
right now,
trip,
like,
yeah.
humans aren't going to do that.
That's true.
So let me tell you about the
Mind-blowing stuff.
Voyager 1. It had a gold record on it, and there was music on it. It had a message on it, an audio greeting that could be played in 55 different languages. And
Sponsor.
Yes. And then it also had a return address for like where the Earth is, and they did it like through some sort of coordinate system where basically if you know where you are in the universe, you can figure out where this is from. So the whole idea is if something were to find it.
It's a universal star map.
Yeah.
Right. Is that a good idea?
Well, I mean, it's too late now.
It's kind of like X marks the spot.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like that's you. If you're gonna take that view in Aliens, like
that's a really cool picture. Is there any way we can enlarge that?
Which one, the bottom one?
I would love to show people what we're looking at. Wow. So that's on a...
Yeah, you could just flip the camera.
I will actually, yeah, that's a great idea.
That's on the Voyager 1, but the thing is, what's the alternative?
It looks like the Death Star on Star Wars. Wow, look at that. That's a star map.
Yeah.
On a spaceship traveling through.
But I'm just saying, if you don't put the return address on it, what's the difference between? Why would you even send it out? Because then something would find it and be like, okay, I need to know where this is from.
Yeah, the aliens would find it.
But they wouldn't know where it's from unless you tell them.
But what if they can read that? Carl Sagan doomed us all, aims to please said.
Oh, that's funny. But no, you made it sound like they're automatically gonna want to kill us.
Oh, we've got a new viewer.
Dims, it's Anwar.
Delayubi. Oh, I know. I know. Welcome, Delayubi. Welcome. So, do you know we have viewers now in
England,
California, England, and the United Arab Emirates?
Oh, damn.
Mr. Worldwide.
We are U3 Planet, not U3 California. We are U3 Planet.
Yeah, we are.
What?
So, introduce the show. We've got 5 people watching.
Again?
Hell yeah.
Welcome to U3 Planet, unidentified, undiscovered, unexplained.
There's passion, raw passion in that voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with putting the address on it.
Hopefully it wasn't country music.
No, there's music from everywhere in the world on
That's
it.
a good one, Man on the Brink too.
Here's they got Noises of Earth.
This is on the spaceship traveling through
the
universe.
German music, Indonesian music, Mexican music, US music, like.
So music from all over the world.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Brainwaves.
Oh, Delayubi says we are in Bodrum. That sounds Turkish. Turkey? Aha,
Turkey right
Turkey.
now. Right on.
Turkey. Wow.
Hopefully it wasn't country music.
That's cool.
You man like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so that's pretty interesting, and I mean, who knows? It might get found one day.
What's Turkey saying? How's the kebabs? we could do it with a nice shawarma right now, right?
I could use it with a shawarma. We should get the chicken thing.
Shawarma ya habibi.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have dinner recommendations in Los Angeles, please let us know so we can figure that out for tonight.
We need a shawarma.
Anyone know any shawarma
We need a
places?
shawarma real bad, man.
Well, should we should we keep it going, or do you think our viewers have had gotten their fix of us and aliens?
I think we are good.
Well, we're fucking good, is right.
You're fucking good.
We are fucking good.
The Uber driver is listening to this as well.
The Uber driver. What's his name? What's the man's name? I'm in the flight pattern. We've seen UFOs. No,
Oh my goodness.
Man on the Brink 2. Yo, what's up? Welcome to U3. Unidentified, undiscovered, unexplained.
Thank you. Yeah.
Flight pattern.
Like the flight path of.
Oh, Naz
yeah.
2423. Welcome.
Welcome,
Sarah,
Naz 2423.
Sarah's boss. Yes. What should we end the YouTube and just be on Instagram, or should we keep them both going?
Well, I thought it'd be fun to do both.
Let's
See,
do
look,
it.
we're kind of YouTube live, Instagram live.
Mm-hmm.
Mr.
Should I have the live feed of us then?
Yeah, it's fine.
This is so fucking weird to
What's
see.
good?
Like look at this. Look at the screens.
You're just
Whoa.
confusing people.
Like, so we're like looking at ourselves on the computer, then we're fucking looking at ourselves on the fucking phone.
Say hi to Ahmed, the Uber driver.
Ahmed, what's up, man? Welcome to U3, unidentified, undiscovered, unexplained.
So talking about aliens.
He said Ahmed is big brain Uber. Well,
shout out Ahmed, the Uber driver. Listening to the Alien podcast.
yeah. Oh my god.
It's great.
Is this Uber in
London?
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do they have in the UAE?
Actually, we can plug something.
What can we plug?
We can plug.
Give this for everyone.
We can plug the driver
Yes.
in Dubai.
The driver.
Which is owned by Has Lazim and Delayubi. So if you're in Dubai and you're watching, please use the driver to get home safely.
Is it an app?
I think there's an app. Yeah. There's an app. There's a website. There's a.
It's
phone
like it's a
number.
company.
It is a company.
Nice shades. Thank you, sir. Oh wait, Man on the Brink too. Wait, what was flight pattern? What did we say that was?
Yeah, he was saying he lives over the flight pattern, so he sees UFOs all the time.
My flight pattern in like Area 51 or just other places.
It could just be a general, like if you live near an airport.
Oh,
yeah.
so he could live by like LAX.
Yeah, but he said he sees UFOs all the time.
I still haven't. We have this agreement that the only time we'll say that we've seen one is if we actually see one, because we don't want to tease each other about it.
Pinky swear
If
with
we
me.
tease each other about it, we won't believe it when it happens.
Why are you so funny?
Jesus fucking Christ.
So yeah, I think that's it for this week.
No. We
Huh?
were.
Well, we are kind of taking questions live. We're shouting out companies in Dubai.
Yeah.
We're trying to get sponsorship from Coke Zero, apparently.
Hey, apparently, Governor.
I was about to drink it upside down. Look.
You were about to drink it like they do in the commercials, where you're like,
right.
delicious.
Man on the Brink to 1 hour south of Chicago.
Evanston.
What's that?
I said Evanston.
Is that like a base?
No, it's a suburb. I just don't know where it is. Put a satellite on top of the.
Burj Khalifa. Yes, aims to please.
Oh,
That would work. Tallest building in the world.
that's true. But wait, what would be going on in Chicago though? That's what I'm thinking of.
1 hour south.
I know where it is. I don't know if Evanston is there, but I just know that's a suburb.
I'm sure there's a base there.
There's not.
Not that we know of.
No. Like, the person that I went to visit used to be there, and since there were no bases, they worked at an office.
Oh, yeah, this is our connect.
No. Not my buddy, but the person I was gone visiting.
Right.
Okay.
We got a question.
Miss Shays are.
Do you think aliens built the pyramids?
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Tell me,
This
Pats.
man, he did say Evanston, motherfucker.
It was Evanston?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, they said
Yo,
Delalubi.
good, yo.
The shades are to mask the reptilian eyes. I will neither confirm nor deny that statement.
Now, do you think aliens built the pyramids?
Are they asking me?
Well, we'll take turns. You first. You three.
Do I want to believe that? Yes. Do I actually believe it? It's hard, just because I'm like.
All right. Let me put it to you this way. What's more difficult to believe? That ancient Egyptians 5,000 years ago.
Slave labor. That's the thing. That's the accepted theory.
Okay. But is that more likely than them getting help?
Well, the weirder thing for
Like
me,
a very primitive time and culture for.
the weirder thing for me, think about this, and I think I might have sent you an article one time about it. Like Joe Rogan had on this guy who has found these 6 identical symbols at the pyramids and the Aztecs, at all the places where there was a great civilization that fell. They found this identical symbol. So that's the thing. I don't remember the guy's name that was on Joe Rogan, but he's been on a couple times, and he's like a.
So, do you think aliens built the pyramids? Yes or no? I say yes.
I mean, hard to say.
You got 5 seconds.
I'd have to say for this one, no.
No. So we've got a split decision.
Because I'm just thinking, like, I look at something more like the Taj Mahal, and I'm like, no way humans built that. Like, the shapes on it, I'm like, how would you build that?
Ahmed, the Uber driver, says yes, the aliens built the pyramids. I trust Ahmed.
Well,
So
he wants to get a good tip. That's why.
that's 2 against 1. That's 2 against 1.
Well, we're running a communist state over here with Bernie Sanders, not a democracy.
So Man on the Brink said Evanston. So that
I saw.
that confirmed your.
I saw.
That was very good. That was a good guess.
Because Evanston is close to the airport.
Uh-huh.
Is it? The only thing I know is, like, one time I drove a car really fast on the highway there. I almost got into an accident.
Delayubi says Labour may be built, but who placed the last top stone?
Who plays the last
For
time?
the first time in a long time, Tony Paps is lost for words.
That's a good. Well,
That's a good one.
that is a good one. Unless you had like an interesting way to haul it up there. I've been told they had
I've been told they've
A
had
pulley
help
system.
from flying saucers to bring the stone to the top. Wouldn't that be easier for them? Just to get help from the flying saucer?
Oh, but that's the other theory this guy was talking about on Joe Rogan. It's not that they built the pyramids; they helped us
They
build
helped,
the
yeah.
pyramid. Oh, I thought you just meant like the aliens
No,
poof.
no.
That's a theory.
I think that's way more likely that they helped.
That they helped. That I buy.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that I'm more. That I believe.
We've swayed him. We've swayed him so easily.
Or at least they gave us some sort of knowledge. Either way, they had a hand in it, probably.
The Rolling Stones. Man on the Brink 2 is quite funny.
According to Joe Rogan, the chimps did it. Well, that's right. Hey man, let me
Is
ask
that
you.
true?
Well, here's Joe Rogan. Hey man, you ever start smoking DMT and you realize that we're all chimps? That's Joe Rogan. That's why we love him.
He said if you ever start smoking DMT.
No, that's a joke about Joe Rogan. They're like all the YouTube comments will be like, only took Joe 2 minutes 30 seconds to start talking about chimps. Only took Joe 10 minutes to start talking about DMT.
Well, I mean, weren't we chimps at some point?
Yeah, but
So-
that's the thing is like,
Or were we?
yes, we were.
Maybe the aliens made us. Sorry.
Dang a dang dude.
Where
ladies
were
and
we?
gentlemen. Yeah,
So do you think the chimps did it?
like
Or the aliens got help?
I think something happened with the aliens.
Something happened with the aliens.
Well, it's I don't know.
Where is Joe from?
He grew up in Boston, New Jersey, Florida, San Francisco. Like he moved around like every 2 years. Boston was the last one though. So most.
Ricetto said he's Italian.
That's
his
yeah.
heritage.
I mean, yeah, he's from the U.S., but yeah, he's Italian.
He's Italian heritage. So he's East Coaster.
Very much so. Very much because he's not like, you know.
Has he always believed in UFOs?
He used to believe in them even like more, but then he realized a lot of people who believe in them are fucking weirdos. Like you meet a lot of weird people.
Well, I think now it's
Resident
becoming
Company
more and more
included.
accepted.
Well, I don't know that's gonna be more and more accepted. I just think that like since the internet's there, it's easier to find those people.
Mm-hmm.
But also like you look at some like it's one thing to be like, yeah, I believe in aliens. I believe this could be happening, but to believe like every single little thing, like and like just is all the people bug out about like at conventions and stuff. That's like a little much. I feel like the conventions.
Yeah, because I feel that they do that as a sense of
publicity stunt.
publicity, and try to
Which
create a
takes away
community.
from like the actual interest of it.
It does.
Oh, one thing I wanted to talk about in regards to the radio waves. Yeah. Here's the other thing about radio waves. If this fast radio burst was indeed a radio wave from some other planet, and it would be the same as
How
if
fast?
the speed of light. It would be the same. So we have all this sound leaving Earth at the speed of light ever since we created radio, and we're doing it right now. Like literally, this being broadcast on the internet is going on in space at the speed of light.
So we're being watched by aliens.
Well,
Tell me something I don't know.
whenever it arrives to them. But here's the thing.
Tell me something I don't know.
Just think about that. For the last almost 100 years, well, over 100 years, we've been transmitting these radio waves. It could be like today, someone hears something in the distant galaxy from 1900.
Wow.
So it's like when they receive it, they're like, "Oh my God, these people are so primitive." But by the time they would actually like
Get to us.
who knows what year it could be here?
Yeah. Could be 2020.
Could be 2020. Is it 2020? No, not yet. Bond 25 comes out 2020. Big Bond fan over here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a James Bond fan, what is the title of the new film? I have no idea. I wish they would tell us anything about this movie, but they're not telling us shit.
What does the title matter anyway? It never gives anything away.
Casino Royale. It's going to be a Casino Royale.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well,
Skyfall. Not really.
did you know what Skyfall was about? Did you know his house was called Skyfall?
No. Spectre couldn't have been more obvious if anyone knew the story. I mean,
Ricetto is saying radio waves at the speed of light. Are you sure?
Let me Google this.
Do you trust Google?
Jesus Christ. You'd have to check the source.
Standing by.
I learned this on, I feel like...
The pressure's on. Under pressure.
I mean, it was on National Geographic or something that talked about this. Radio waves travel very quickly through space. Also then. Radio waves are a kind of electromagnetic radiation, and thus they move at the speed of light. The speed of light is a little less...
Wait. Start again.
Radio waves travel very quickly through space. Radio waves are a kind of electromagnetic radiation, and thus they move at the speed of light. And that's from Northwestern University.
Sorry, Riche. Oh, he's very excited about it. He's like, sick!
Oh, fucking
exclamation
hell.
mark.
Nice.
Two exclamation marks.
We gotta use 3. Just a little hint. When you're texting, always use something that's divisible to 1, like 1, 3, 5, 7. Because if there's a middle point, it's a lot more pleasing on the eye. But we appreciate Rashida. We appreciate it.
This guy is dropping truth bombs.
Is he a buddy of yours, Rashida?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh, he is.
Like the CIA.
Well, other questions, because clearly we're not experts. But at the same time, I like to feel like I was pretty well versed.
There are now 3 exclamation points.
Good, that's fucking sexy now. That is sexy.
That's something that the aliens like to see.
Well, yeah, they like symmetry.
Binary.
Because
Binary.
symmetry makes things look sickly.
Speaking of DMT.
Jesus Christ, that would be interesting.
Well, guys, I think
Well,
that's a wrap.
Is it?
I think so.
Is it? Isn't it? Well,
We'll do episode 6.
we'll do. Should we? I don't know. Should we always do the double live? I think we should leave it on the table if we do.
Yeah, I'll get a tripod for
Actually,
next time.
get your laptop.
But this has kind of been fun because
Get your laptop.
I can go with you guys. I can go for a ride with you guys. Old Town Road.
Ding a dang doo.
Alright, guys. Thank you for watching.
Alright,
Come on, Pab, you got to sign off in your professional manner.
Thank you very much for joining us for U3. Unidentified. Undiscovered. Unexplained. They're still going.